Without me, Rick James. Open like a window, no window. Look at the videos, stuff that could be you.
Because they like Sanya on. And everybody on the East Coast calls me Don. I'm like, what is Don?
My mom thought I was on Long Island, but I was at Howard Homecoming.
Ready?
Turn it up.
Let's go.
Welcome, everyone. You are now tuned into another amazing edition of Sanya on Air, the #1 media platform for celebrity interviews, where I unpack their pivotal moments and their milestones. I'm your host, Sanya Hudson-Payne, and how do I start off each and every single show? You guessed it, I have another great show for you. Joining us in just a few short moments, I have Destiny Payton Williams. Now, if you don't know who Destiny is, head on over to the OWN network and watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, which features high-profile African-Americans who have a career in real estate, and they use that career to revitalize their city of Huntsville, Alabama. But it has a whole lot of drama, because when friends and businesses are involved, sometimes it's a recipe for disaster. Sanya On Air Lifestyle, streaming now on YouTube. Sanya On Air Lifestyle features luxurious brands, making sure everyone is living their best lives. Be sure to check it out, subscribe, and hit the notification button. How else can you support? Cash App. Cash App me at $Sanya Hudson. That's SanyaHudson. Sanya On Air Empower Apparel. With everyone wearing masks, why not let your clothing do the talking for you? Visit Sanya On Air Empower Apparel using the link in the description section of this episode and purchase premium t-shirts in various empowering themes. All clothing is 100% premium cotton from sizes small to 2 extra large.
I'm about to get a spanking. Hello.
I'm getting a spanking?
I'm going to get a spanking from you.
Oh, no. I just gave one to my 26-year-old daughter, so we're fine.
All right, I hear.
If you're just joining the show, you are joining right on time. I am joined by none other than the amazing, the beautiful, the spectacular, the real woman herself, Payton Williams, TV's Love and Marriage Huntsville. Where you go, Destiny? Where you go?
I'm right here. Hello. Listen,
let me tell you something. This is what is called being a boss woman. No matter what happens, you have 5 million things going on at the same time. I understand.
Yes.
I understand. So you were in the middle of
record. I sing, so I've been trying to get rust off. Why are you looking like that?
No, you sing. Can you sing or can you sing? Which one?
I'll let you be the judge of that when you start hearing stuff.
Okay. So what type of music are we talking about? Because I'm a huge R&B lover. What type of music?
Oh, I love R&B. I grew up in the church, singing Baptist gospel, all that, and then fell in love with R&B. So yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I love
soul music.
Yes. R&B and hip hop for me all day.
You're in New York, of course, hip hop. Miss New York.
Exactly. But for those who are tuning in, if you have yet to see an episode or a season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, you need to get caught up. It centers around high-profile African-American friends who use their careers as real estate to, let's say, beautify or improve their city of Huntsville, Alabama. Now, Destiny, because you are on such an amazing show with such an amazing cast with different personalities, is it difficult to navigate through all of those personalities on set?
Yep.
So if you could use one word to describe how you navigate through the obstacle course of personalities, what would that one word be?
Prayer.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know how I make it through some days.
I get it. So what do you do to unpack whenever you've had a rough day on set?
I talk to my life coach, actually. Normally that's one of the calls that are scheduled after my day is talk to my life coach.
Nice.
And
So
also, a good glass of wine if I'm not, on mommy duty, which is typically always, but when I'm not on mommy duty, and some meditation, read a book. It's a couple of things, not one go-to thing.
good. I always tell people they should have something to help them unpack, some challenging moments. So I'm glad that you brought that up, because as a people, like, some of us still don't believe in life coaches. They don't believe in therapists. Yeah. And I'm a firm believer in all of those resources to help us get through all of this trauma. So I'm glad that you affirmed, that you have a life coach, and probably it will help someone else. But,
coach, a therapist, a pastor, all of that. And for me, it's like this. You have to take care of your physical health as well as your mental health. And when you take care of your physical health, you eat right, you go to the gym, you may walk, whatever you do. So taking care of your mental health is, talking to people that have the skills to be able to help you get through, reading books that help you get through, meditating so you can get your mind focused and centered. Like, it's necessary for you to do the same, put the same amount of energy into and work into working out as you do working out. Well, working your mind, healing your mind.
So true. I started doing something recently. I wasn't even going to bring this up, but it's sitting right here. What I started to do recently, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I write in my gratitude book.
Yeah, I have a few gratitude journals. I'm like a journal junkie. Okay, so I have like 1 million journals all over the place. And, it is very necessary, especially I always end up waking up at 3 o'clock at night. And I stay up until 5, 3:30, 4 or 5. And I read somewhere that's the time of multiplying your manifestations. So I was just like, oh, okay, God, all right, I got it. This is why you keep waking me up. So my journal is sitting right next to my bed, and I have to, now that I'm getting more and more focused mind-wise, it's something that I try to be more conscious of when I do wake up. Instead of scrolling on my phone or flipping on the TV, I start trying to start writing and journaling, manifesting, and things like that.
Yeah, it's important. When I learned about those hours of manifestation, I read this book. It's called The Sacred Woman. So if anyone is looking, change my life.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if anyone is looking not only for a great read, but for, just answers, spiritual connection, spiritual growth, please check out The Sacred Woman. But I want to talk about the show, because that's what we're here for. Season 3.
Are we? That's what we're here for? I just wanted to talk to me. What I was doing.
But season 3 is in full swing. And, I was going through withdrawals by the time, season 2 ended. I was waiting for season 3, and you all did not disappoint. But on, episode 1 or episode 2 of season 3, someone tried to spill some hot tea, but it was served cold. Now, we learned that you are recently divorced. What I admired you is you didn't spill your tea to people. And that's a lesson that I want people to understand. Why was it so important not to tell people about your divorce?
You and I did a whole interview during the time that I was going through all of that. Did you know? Did you put that timeline together? One thing about me as a person, and I know it's kind of oxymoron to be on reality TV, I'm actually really a private person. And people are like, how are you going to be private? You want to be on the show? You need to tell me your business. I want to know what happened. But at the end of the day, like, when you're going through something, a lot of times when you react, it's not the best you. So being the best person I can be for my son was to not share that information as I was going through it, because it wouldn't have been positive. It wouldn't have helped anybody, to me. Now that I'm on the other side of it, now you can get bits and pieces of what is healing, what has been healing for me through that process. I think that makes more sense. And that's just me personally. Everybody has their own journeys, their own way of, dealing and coping. But for me, it was very important. And ultimately the reason was my son, was Law.
I love it. I didn't even think that you were going to say that, but I respect it, because most women, if they don't choose to divulge their personal relationships with their friends, it's because they just don't want all of the opinions. They just want to do what they want to do on their own time. But I'm glad that you mentioned that you put your son Law first. So, once again, dropping another gem and another jewel for my listeners and my viewers to learn from. So when you finally told people that you were divorced, what was their reaction?
Sadness, shock, non-shock. It was all over the place. So yeah, I can't really pinpoint one thing.
Yeah, and I know that was a heavy, message for people to receive, because it just looks like you seem like the type of person who just wants goodness around you. So I'm sure that it affected, your close family and friends. So I just wish you peace, love, and blessings as you endure onto the next phase of your life. But our last conversation, you did mention that cheating would never be the cause of a breakup. Do you still feel the same way?
Well, the reason about that response was because I have...
Oh.
Huh?
No, I thought you had frozen. What did you say?
I said, when I made that comment, people were like, oh, she's silly. She said cheating is not a deal breaker. There's not one woman that has never been cheated on. Like, there's not one. Let's be honest. And I have been in relationships, and not per se my marriage, where I was cheated on and I stayed for whatever period of time. So for me, I understand, the process of going through dealing with cheating. So for me, initially, cheating is just not like, it also is, what age were you? What was the relationship? It's so many things that goes into that goes into the answer to that question. Because, you might've been young in a relationship or whatever, but at the end of the day, for me, cheating is not a deal breaker, but it depends on how it's done. I mean, emotional cheating, sexual cheating. There's a lot of things that I say for each relationship, there has to be whatever standard each of those people agree on is respectful to the marriage, or disrespectful, the deal breaker. So in hindsight, to answering that question, no, cheating is not a deal breaker, but don't think you're going to get a pass to be out here being slanging all over the place, because that's not happening. Okay. So it's not happening. Okay. And I'm not going to be sitting back like, oh my God, he's cheating. No, I'm not doing that. So for me, the answer to that question is weighted. Like, it's not just like, oh, we're cheating. If you cheat on me, I'm out. But yeah. So I don't know.
Right.
You got a dream?
Yeah, I'm trying to make it to the MLB.
Keep dreaming, baby boy.
My vision was blurry. I had to clear it up. I got a dream to chase these haters, motivate to say. I got a dream to chase these haters, motivate to say. I got a dream to chase these haters, motivate to say. Yeah, I got a dream to chase these haters, motivate to say. Haters motivate to say it's time to get this fucking kick. I'm dropping jewels like every day until it's time for judgment day. Stacking money, elevate, good energy, I gravitate. Without a question, I'll be great by making sure my family's straight. Praying 5 times a day, I'm trying to see them heaven gates. I'm trying to see them. Don't care what niggas gotta say, I only fear Allah, okay? Chase your dreams by any means, addicted like a dope fiend, sipping on a codeine, dreams that make you OD. Yeah, dreams that make you. I got a dream to chase these haters, motivate to say. Yeah, I got a dream to chase these haters, motivate to say. I stay patient, painting pictures with my vision. Retro kid, just stay consistent, cause niggas ain't gonna listen. When you're young, black and gifted, gon' try knock you off your pivot. 1990X is different, retro kid is optimistic. This young nigga on a mission, grew up in the hood, no bitchin'. Did this shit, no coalition, on my own, fuck politicians. Retro kid, yes I do it big, this is how I live. Smooth as shit, too legit to quit, I stay true to this. Yeah, I got a dream to chase these haters, motivate to say. I got a dream to chase these haters, motivate to say. Yeah, I got a dream to chase these haters, motivate to say. I got a dream to chase these haters, motivate to say.
Keep dreaming. Keep it a beam, a dream is a dream. You gotta keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Chase your dreams, retro by any means. Yeah, addicted like a dream, dreaming. Keep dreaming, yeah, keep dreaming, yeah, dreaming, yeah. Bullshit. You did. You sleep. It's retro. I'm sleeping. You're sleeping on the kid. Yeah. It's a retro kid. Yeah.
And I know with divorce, you know, there are multiple reasons, or maybe one reason, you know, why two people get divorced. But I just want to discuss some reasons why people may get divorced. You know, I've spoken to a few divorcees, a few people who are engaged. And one thing that they told me was about like a meddling mother-in-law. I've never been married, but I encountered a meddling mother, and it just disrupted the entire relationship. Would you be able to be in a relationship with a man who had a meddling mother?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so when your son-in-law becomes of age, he starts saying, let's say he gets to be around 25, will you not be invested in who he's dating and maybe offering advice? Like how
I'm going to be invested in who he's dating, but there's a thing called boundaries, which I had to learn from a relationship that I was in where I experienced there not being a boundaries with the mother and son. And it is one, I feel like after a certain age, you know, just that emotional connection it becomes mental abuse because your child doesn't get a chance to have their own life. And so for me, I'm so happy that I had that experience because I could have been a mother like that if I didn't see it. So for me, I mean, that's a gift to not be so invested, but invested enough to be supportive in whatever decisions he makes in his dating life. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it ain't none of my business. And when he's grown, true, it's none of my business. So whoever he chooses, you know, I can have an opinion about it. If he asks, I'm going to give him the real raw truth. If he doesn't, I'm going to, and if I don't like her, she'll never know it because I would never want him to feel any type of way about his relationship. He has to go through his understanding of whatever it is that he needs to learn from that situation. And what if that becomes his wife? And I did all that rah-rah and he still, you know, ended up marrying this woman. So then it's going to be contention, you know? So no. So I'm invested enough to be
if you had a meddling mother-in-law, do you think that it's his responsibility to check the mother-in-law, or do you think it's the husband's responsibility to check his mother?
It's definitely the husband's responsibility, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, I wish I would have known that. I didn't know that years ago. I handled it all myself. I probably beat up his mother, but you know.
Listen, the old me, you know, you just initially, with my experience, it was like, well, what is this? And so you go into, well, my personality, I go into defense mode, like, hey, what we doing? And it's really not our place. It's their place to step up and stand up for you if you're the woman that they choose.
Yes, now I know that. Now I know totally the man's responsibility to check his mother, say, I need you to fall back and let me handle my relationship as a
firm, and stand firm and stand firm and stand firm in your chest.
Yes.
Don't teeter totter on the line. Stand firm.
Right. I need you 10 toes down in that sand, with toes grip like this.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, would you be able to date a man who made less money than you?
No.
No? Talk about that. Why not? Why not?
There were periods in actually in my marriage where I made more money than my ex-husband. So for me, just in my experience, I feel like, I don't know. Let me not say that. It depends on the man. The man has to be secure. He need to walk in with big boy energy in every room that he steps in, even if my bank account is taller than his. Which I want him to know that I'm still old school though. You still got to take care of the house, okay? Take it home. All right.
I don't even like that question really, because I'm just like, why do people always assume, and we ask women this, to date someone who isn't on the same financial scale as you? We never get, that question posed to men. So just wanted to kind of gauge your perspective on that. I have my beliefs about that too. Just as a woman of my age, I don't think that I would date someone who wasn't on my financial scale either. Like, I work.
Yeah, because there's a certain mindset that comes with you. What? You got cut off.
I work too damn hard. That's what I said.
Listen, that part. And then 2, you're not going to be sitting on the couch and I'm out here hustling and breaking my back. But on top of that too, it's a certain mindset that comes with different levels of money. And you need to have a man that's on the same wavelength. And if you are, making millions of dollars and this person is still, they're comfortable, that's already not a match. Right. Because they're comfortable in where they are, and they probably don't want to. And if you're making that type of money, you have to be, I'm sure, passionate and driven and all that goes along with it. So again, that's being evenly yoked.
Capture the money part. There has to be an equivalent mindset that goes along with it. It's hand in hand, so glad you mentioned that. Now, your hyphenated name. As you see, my name is hyphenated. Most people think that I'm married. I'm not. You hyphenated your name, but what I didn't know is that you wanted to pay homage or respect to your brother who was murdered. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So if you were to remarry with your name,
you breaking up. Where did you go?
Hear me now?
I can now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
And so if you were to, would you hyphenate your name then?
I'm just gonna do the Madonna. I'm just gonna do the Madonna Beyonce thing. I'm just Destiny. Just call me Destiny. It's fine. I have not that far.
I hear you. I'll be asking that question for me because I don't know, like when I get married, I want to keep my same name. I don't want to take on an additional name unless I
already got a lot of names. So the funny thing about it is that, I still have my middle name legally, and then I have Payton Williams. I'm not going to drop Payton and then Williams is actually my father's name. So Payton is my mother's name. And I also wanted to keep that to keep the ties with her as well, because I don't have a relationship where my father raised me. And it's funny, at my wedding, I said, my father couldn't even get me to change my name, but my husband did. And so now it's like I have my mom's name and my dad's name, and my son is a Williams, and it just, I don't know. So again, it's gonna have to be a secure man and ain't worried about a name. You my woman, you are mine, and it is what it is.
Exactly. I'm like you, Destiny. My last name, Hudson Payne. Hudson is my mother's maiden name, and Payne is my dad's. They've been married, for over 40-something years. I just wanted to pay respect to the lineage that I come from. So I decided to keep both names. People of, as Black people. We don't even know where we came from. And
Period.
I want it to be known. I am a Hudson Payne.
It's so funny to me. It's such a big thing. It was a area of contention with my ex-husband. And I just, I remember saying, what if when you met me, I was Payton Williams? Would you have asked me to drop Payton? When I'm already, I'm already a Williams anyway by blood. We're not cousins. I know It's Alabama, but we're not cousins. So yeah, it's just like the silly things that don't carry weight. And I know people are like, well, he's a Southern man, Southern man, and da 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 da. Whatever.
Yeah. Renaissance woman, making her own rules, doing it her own way. And I love it. Traditionally, this doesn't happen, but women are doing things differently nowadays. And I'm forward. So I'll cross that bridge too once I get there. But I want to keep both of my names, Hudson Payne.
The crazy thing about the whole traditional thing and men these days is like they want the go-getter woman that's making her own money and doing her own thing, but yet you want them to be at home cooking, barefoot, pregnant, and submissive and strong and a boss and, docile all at the same time. And it's just like that could be possible because those are all facets and sides of myself, but you don't get to pick and choose when that button is pushed and then I become that person. So it's an interesting journey has been an interesting journey for me for, the requirements to be this and this at the same time. And it just it's not realistic.
Yeah, it's not. Lately, I don't even want to mention this person's name. Lately, I've been looking at this podcast from this gentleman, Kevin Samuels. Have you? Child. What is going on? I don't understand.
Where's his woman at? Let's ask that question. With all this advice that he's giving, who is his woman? Has anybody stepped up to say that is somebody that he is, that they're with him? They're in a relationship with him? No. Has there been any to step up to say they were in a relationship with him? Anybody?
No.
Okay.
No. The only woman I can foresee, the only woman I can foresee that would tolerate a relationship with Kevin Samuels is a woman is this. You know what that is? That's his woman.
A toy?
His right hand.
Oh, okay. I'm like, a toy? Yeah, you can get a blow-up doll. There's a lot of weird guys out here that have relationships with these dolls. So maybe he needs that. That's a mindless doll.
Yeah, but I just want to drop some history real quick because you made history as the first African-American woman to open up a beauty shop in Huntsville, Alabama. I want people to understand beauty supply. Mm-hmm. I want people to understand the incident that happened that triggered you to say, I need to go into business for myself. Talk about that racist incident.
Well, it was a culmination of incidents, but that one was a nail in a coffin where I was asked, as I'm running my mouth on the phone, I had my big purse on and I was looking at some brushes that were close to the register and I got a tap on my shoulder and it was a police officer, a big one, as I remember looking up, and him saying, I need to search your bag. And, the bull in me started to rage. So I took my bag and dumped it on the counter and said, look for whatever you need. And he's like, I apologize. I'm just doing my job. They thought that you may have put some brushes in your purse. And I'm like, I'm going to risk my life and my fortitude and my livelihood for some $2 brushes. Are you kidding me? Right. First of all. And it was in that same incident, it was a girl a couple hours down and she started yelling, stop following me. And it was almost like a scene from a movie. I'm being searched. She's saying, stop following me. And it was just like, you have police officers ready to come in here and accost people and Black people because that's who's coming in here and spending our money. And it was just a lot. It was a lot. So I was just like, I'm never coming back to this place. I'm not spending my money with these people. And I remember I came into town to get my hair done in Huntsville and I had to go there. And I said, no, never again. Never again.
Oh, wow. So
and then other experiences.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, and then I started to think about other experiences. Like even in Atlanta, I remember going into a beauty supply store and they had lockers at the front of the store where you would have to put your coat and your purse in while you were shopping. And I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just dropped something. You know, that happened to me the other day. I just went into a beauty supply store. I just wanted some edge control, you know, keep these edges laid.
You can always order it at madanibeauty.com and I can send it to you.
No, I'm always looking for a good edge control that doesn't turn white, it doesn't flake. But I went to a beauty supply store in Brooklyn, and before I could even get in the door, they said, well, we have to check your bag. I said, check my bag for what? Oh, you have to put it in this locker so that you don't, we want to, stop people from shoplifting. I said, this is not the store that I need to be in then. No, thank you. You won't get my business. If you're afraid of me, why would I want to give you my money? So I'm glad that you turned something that could have been a tragic event, but I'm sure it was trauma filled, and you turned it into a success story. So Madani Beauty is a beauty supply store in Huntsville, Alabama, correct?
Correct.
And I can order some of your products online?
Yeah, the beauty supply store is fully functioning online. And then Madani, our products will be launching online as well. So we're starting with our essential oil line. We have hair growth oil, we have brow growth oil, and we also have a skin serum that is an even tone serum with vitamin C, which I use. Hello. And then we'll continue to grow that brand, and edge control is one of the next things I'm working on.
Nice. I'm glad that you mentioned vitamin C, especially as a woman of color. I just started using vitamin C on my face, a vitamin C serum, maybe about 6 months ago. And I'm looking at myself, I'm looking at you, I see the glow. When I tell you vitamin C.
What does it say? Oh, wrong side. Inner peace, outer glow.
Yes.
From a rapper, actually signed a T.I. trans lead, but he's from Huntsville, so this is his brand.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So give us the website so that we can order some of your products.
MadaniBeauty.com. MADONNI beauty.com. And it's funny because when I get my makeup done, my makeup artist is like, what moisturizer do you have on? I'm like, well, I don't have on any moisturizer. I literally will use the oil to remove my makeup and then wash my face, and my skin is still hydrated the next day. It's such a great oil. Such a great serum. It is really good.
I'm going to try it too because I have very dry skin. I can hear you. What did you say?
The line will be launching on November the 7th.
Oh, I'm going to put it on my calendar. I'm always looking for, the next best thing, something that's going to complement my skin, because I always want to, tell people about it. I have a lifestyle brand as well. So I'm definitely going to support and purchase, use it, and maybe create a video and let the people know in them, about this melanin magic that you got going on.
Absolutely, I love it. And please, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You're gonna love it because I have sensitive skin. So for me to be able to use it and have the great reaction to it, I really worked hard with the chemist about things that I wanted to be in the product and things that I knew that worked for my face, my skin. And I'm happy to launch it and have people use it. Even the eyebrows serum, because I lost brows, I lost edges, and I love my edges. Okay. And after I had law, those things started to thin out, and nobody tells you that when you have a baby that you lose your edges, and your eyebrows get a little thin. So those things have been, the line actually was curated from things that I needed, and evening out my skin again after law and all that. So those 3 things were essential to launch for me first, because it was what I was actually using.
Nice. Now, how old is baby Law now? Is he 2?
No, he's only, he just turned 15 months.
So how is that as the mother of a 15-month-old son? How is that like?
It is everything. He is just an amazing little person. He is so me, personality wise. It's funny. He is just like a chill, like, you sometimes you won't even know he's in the room with you. I've sat in a restaurant, people are like, wait, he's been here the whole time? I'm like, yeah. And then when he wants to turn up and have fun, he turns up and has fun. He likes to sing. So when I'm singing, he sings back with me. And he's athletic. His dad had him running around with 2 footballs, and he just loves it. Like he's just an interesting little character, and he's fire at times, and I love it because it's me, and I have to turn my head and not laugh because I'm like watching myself.
Right. His 20s. Like I told you, I have a daughter who's 26. As soon as she walked through the door today, we got into a little, situation. So just wait. How do you automatically just walk in the door and think you're going to regulate me? Like, how does that happen?
You know, when the tables turn when the kids become the parents.
Yes. So enjoy.
I'm in that phase with my father right now.
Oh my God. So I'm going to ask you a favor. I'm going to put you on the spot since you mentioned that you are recording an album.
I didn't say record an album. I said I'm just getting back into wanting to sing again and getting in the studio and doing my vocal lessons and just getting the rust off.
So give us a taste of your vocal ability. I'll sing for you if you sing me. I'll go first.
You first? Go for it.
Sing. I said I was sing. What should I sing? Give me a song to sing. I don't know.
Listen, I'm the worst when it's like on the spot.
I'm gonna sing the ABCs. Okay.
Okay.
Oh Jesus! Why did I do this to myself? All right. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. I don't really know how to sing. What I'm gonna do with this ring.
And you're writing too. And you're writing the whole song.
I for me to sing. Your turn.
Stay tuned.
Oh! You gonna leave me?
Oh, stay tuned.
It's okay. It's okay because you know what? Even though you left myself, one thing that comes across on Love and Marriage Huntsville is your loyalty. Your loyalty is so evident. During this last episode, let me tell you something. If I miss it on Saturday night, Sunday, you best believe I'm watching it on demand. Every week. It never fails. This last episode, when you all were in Vegas and when we saw Melody get into a heated conversation with Martell, I don't know if you noticed how you were just standing right. You didn't say a word, but you had that look like, if I need to have my friends back, this is what I am going to do. Your silence is a lethal weapon. I love to see that. So when it comes to Melody and Martell, you're friends with both of them. How do you navigate being friends with two people who are married and don't get along? How do you navigate through that?
Just stand on the side of right, no matter who it is.
Wow. So you haven't taken
my opinion of what's right. Let me say that because what I may feel is right may not be what they feel is right. So for me, I've been a referee so long. A lot of times that's why I just sit back because I already know where it's going. I'm not about to waste my energy. They're gonna keep going until they want to stop. So
it's a balance because I like how you once again you're minding your business. Minding your business.
Let's say I don't do. I'm always in their business, but okay.
Everyone else is kind of trying to meddle. I like the fact that once like Melody arrived, that joke that she was going to in the same room as more people, and just time for jokes like that. I was a little bit taken aback, but when you joined the crew, in Vegas, I respected to see that she had a friend. So thank you for once again showing loyalty on scene amongst Black women. We really appreciate that.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Now, dating. Are you dating?
Listen, I thought I was going to have a whole hot girl summer. I was preaching hot girl summer coming. I'm going to be a hot girl. COVID numbers go back up. I'm really, protective of my baby. So it's like, listen. And then my tolerance is super low and my expectations are super high after my last experience. So to answer your question, no, I have not. I actually have been. Listen, let's go. I'm just gonna put you all in my business. It's been a year since I had some. Okay.
You beat, Destiny. I got you beat, and I'm not going to how long it's been for me.
Listen, so with all that being said, I have really been focusing on what needs to be healed is eternally, and so that it can come out externally in how I move, how I speak, how I walk, how I talk, and everything that I do. Because a lot of times, you know, you get into situations and you're trying to fulfill that void with other people, and you miss the moments that you needed to fill yourself with God and you know, get stronger. So for me, the answer to that is no, I haven't been. You know, there's been some suitors, but, you know, they haven't lasted long. Because, you know, once I sniff a little BS, it's like, okay. I
know. My tolerance is really good too. But I'm glad that you are even considering dating and you're putting yourself out there and you haven't turned into, you know, someone who is angry and turned off by men. So I'm glad that you are narrative forward and you're still open for love. What are you looking for in a man?
I'm still out there yet. Maybe I should, but yeah, definitely not angry with men. I mean, one situation doesn't equate to everybody, every man. So no.
Yes. What are you looking for in a man?
Listen, before I got married, I'm going back to this standard. And probably worse. Before I got married, I told one of my cousins, I was like, this is what I'm looking for in a man. And I went down the list and she said, I got the perfect guy for you. She said, Jesus. Because she said my standard was so high that I needed to date Jesus. So listen, I'm looking for somebody that can walk on water, that can turn bread and whatever into wine. And yeah, I need somebody that is magical. Just magical. Somebody that's really secure. Somebody that's a mover and shaker, somebody that's loyal, somebody that's confident, somebody that is a thinker, somebody that is ever evolving, knows who they are, knows what they stand for, and somebody that is a protector and somebody that feeds my mind, my body, my soul, my spirit, and all of that. So yeah, I'm looking for a well-rounded person. Nobody perfect, but somebody that's well-rounded and someone that I can feel safe with.
Got it. Now, just to close out this conversation, now at the onset of this conversation, I said that Love and Marriage Huntsville centers around high-powered African-American friends who mix business and their friendship. Now that you are, you know, in your second season of the show, do you think that people can successfully mix friendship and business?
I definitely think so. I've done some business with a couple of people on the show and it's been successful. So it just depends on what your goals are and making sure that even in business and business partnerships is just like a marriage, make sure that the goal is the same and that you guys are, you know, working together. So yeah, I think it's possible. I definitely think it's possible. It just has to be wanted by both parties, and people have to be humble and no egos in the midst of moving and doing business together. That's the way it succeeds.
Got it. Well, Destiny, it's been an absolute pleasure. I will continue watching you on Love and Marriage Huntsville, following you on Instagram, beautiful with every post. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. And I also want you to stay tuned for February. I'm going to be partnering with Leah Diaz. I always say Diaz. It looks Spanish, but it's not. But Leah Diaz from LA. She's also a beauty supply owner, Girl Cave LA. And she actually recently purchased Hype Hair magazine. So we have forged a friendship. Yeah, she's the Black owner of Hype Hair. And we recently forged a relationship, and we're doing a beauty boss tour together we have so many people flooding our DMs. We just were in conversation about people flooding our DMs about how can they get into the beauty industry? How can they, you know, open their own store? So we're going to go from city to city and get that information out. So yeah, stay tuned for the Beauty Boss Tour, the Madani beauty line coming out. And, you know, of course, watch the show. Absolutely.
Yeah, And if the tour comes to New York, you know I am definitely in the building. Just let me know when and where, and I will be.
We'll put New York on a list. We have our 7 cities already, so we'll see the first round, and then we'll see who we add and what cities we add for the next round.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
You take care.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Get your groceries and essentials delivered in as fast as 1 hour via Instacart. Free delivery on your first order of $10 or more. Now, football season is in full swing. Be sure to get everything you need for your football party so your friends won't talk about you, because I will. Make sure you use the link in the description section and be taken directly to Instacart. Make that football party an event they won't forget. So there you have it. Another amazing conversation with television personality Destiny Payton Williams of OWN Channel's Love and Marriage Huntsville. Great conversation. Unpacking pivotal moments and milestones. Going through a divorce as a new mother. Her baby, her son isn't even 2 years old yet. Being the first African-American woman to own a beauty supply store in Huntsville, Alabama. As you can see, she just partnered with the new owner of Hype Hair. They're going to be doing beauty tours, coming out with a beauty line. African-American woman doing the damn thing. This is what I love. These are the type of guests that I invite on Sanya on Air, because they are inspiration for me, and I hope that they are inspiration for you too as well. So do me a favor, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell. The notification bell is right next to the subscribe button. And what the notification button does is every time I upload a new Sanya on Air episode, especially on YouTube, you'll get a ding, and it'll let you know that I have a new episode. Make sure that you subscribe to every Sanya on Air streaming platform. Like I said, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Spotify, I'm on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Alexa, Pandora, and I believe that's all. And also for you podcasters, if you even know someone who is podcasting, I have amazing advertising space. Why not promote your podcast on an amazing billboard? I have billboard in 41 states across the United States of America. So just make sure that you email Sanya at sanyaonair.net. So thank you so much for joining another edition of Sanya on Air. Smooches off.